Welcome back, focused learners. Let's jump straight into today's explainer because we are taking on a pretty wild mission, bypassing your very own digital security layers. We're going to look closely at a really fascinating utility designed specifically to rescue your locked files. It's called the XLTOOL Excel spreadsheet format utility. Look, if you've ever found yourself staring blankly at a password prompt that's literally standing between you and hours of your own hard work, well, this explainer is going to be an absolute lifesaver for you.
It's completely agonizing, isn't it? I mean, picture this for a second. You are on a super tight deadline. You go to open up your critical financial reports or maybe one of those massively complex MIS dashboards you spent weeks building. You double-click, the prompt pops up, and suddenly your mind goes blank. That ultra-secure alphanumeric password you set 6 months ago, completely gone. It's not just a minor inconvenience. It's a genuine data crisis. That terrible feeling of being locked out of your own data vault, that really sets the high stakes for what we're talking about today.
Okay, let's map out this mission. First up, we'll look at the locked data crisis. Then, we'll cover file open password recovery, followed by instant multi-sheet unprotection and VBA project code access. After that, we'll hit a hard stop to discuss why this is strictly for your own files. And finally, the free download and our final thoughts.
All right, Section 1, the locked data crisis, when security backfires.
So to really appreciate the solution here, we first need to understand the problem. In modern business, you know the drill. We are trained to lock everything down. We slap multiple layers of Excel protection on our work to keep the data safe. But unfortunately, when those credentials get misplaced, that exact same top-tier security totally backfires. It ends up blocking legitimate users from their own vital automation systems. Enter XLTOOL. Now, this isn't just some clunky, simple workaround. Think of it as the ultimate automated decryption key. It operates as this incredibly smart one-click recovery engine. It was built from the ground up for professionals. We're talking accountants, developers, business analysts who need a fast, safe way to rescue their own hijacked data without causing even a tiny bit of file corruption.
Moving on to Section 2, Layer 1 bypass, file open password recovery.
Okay, we're talking about the heavily guarded front door of your documents here. When you can't even open the file to see the data inside, this is exactly what you need. Open-level security is that primary encrypted lock that stops an Excel workbook from even being opened or viewed without the right credential. XLTOOL tackles this head-on using a highly optimized password recovery engine. It actually analyzes patterns to efficiently and accurately bypass those forgotten restrictions. It basically just lets you step right back inside your own document.
And the technical specs on this are, frankly, incredibly robust. Doesn't matter if your password was a simple string of letters or some wildly complex mix of numbers, symbols, and special characters, the engine handles it. But here's the absolutely crucial part. This fast, automated process keeps the original file and all its complex encryption completely unchanged, so you get your access back with zero data loss. And it works across basically every major Excel format you can think of, from your standard XLSX all the way to macro-enabled XLSM files.
All right, Section 3. Layer 2 bypass, instant multi-sheet unprotection.
So once we're finally through the front door, we often just slam right into the next wall. Let's go a bit deeper into the vault. This feature specifically addresses that massive frustration of opening a huge workbook only to find that dozens of individual tabs are locked down tight. Now, sheet protection is a great feature, right? It places restrictions on worksheets to prevent accidental editing. But when the original author, which might be you or maybe a colleague who left the company, forgets those passwords, it's a huge bottleneck. Suddenly, your legitimate updates, your audits, and vital reporting just grind to an absolute halt.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer contrast in the workflow. The old way, that meant manually clicking, guessing, and attempting to recover passwords for dozens of tabs, one by agonizing one. It's a nightmare. The XLTOOL way is literally a game changer. It uses automated detection, and with just a single click, it simultaneously unlocks every single protected sheet in the entire workbook. The amount of time you save here is just off the charts.
Now, I know what you're probably thinking. A natural concern when you're blowing past sheet security is, am I going to break my underlying data? You can rest completely easy on this one. While the sheet protection is instantly cleared away, every single piece of critical data integrity remains perfectly intact. Your complex formulas, all your custom cell formatting, your charts, pivot tables, and those strict data validation rules, they are all preserved exactly as you left them.
Let's move to Section 4, Layer 3 bypass, VBA project code access.
Okay, now we are advancing to the final and, frankly, the deepest security layer of the whole shebang. This is where your hidden automation scripts and macros live.
And losing access here? Yeah, that can be a developer's absolute worst nightmare. A VBA project lock is security placed on legacy macro-based workflows to secure the underlying logic of your code. This advanced level bypass feature is a total lifesaver for developers and IT pros. If you need to debug or reuse some existing legacy scripts, but you've lost the password, this tool restores your rightful access to those modules without forcing you to completely rewrite the code from scratch.
So let's look at how this all comes together into an actual workflow. It's remarkably fast and honestly completely beginner-friendly. Step 1, you simply load your locked Excel file into the utility. Step 2, select the specific type of forgotten protection you need to bypass. So whether that's the file open password, the sheet protection, or the VBA lock we just talked about. And step 3, hit the button and initiate the high-speed recovery process. It really is just that straightforward to get back into your own data.
Which brings us to Section 5, Hard Stop, strictly for your own files.
All right, I need everyone's full attention for a second here because we are hitting a very serious hard stop. We absolutely have to establish the ethical and legal boundaries of using a powerful utility like this. Look, because this tool is capable of bypassing robust security, its application has to be strictly controlled. XLTOOL's own policy states, this utility is strictly intended for use on your own documents, period. We have to strongly warn you that this white hat tool is an ethical solution designed purely for self-owned, authorized documents. It completely prohibits any unauthorized use on third-party documents. To put it simply, you are acting as your own locksmith here. You are not breaking into someone else's house.
Okay, Section 6, Mission Accomplished. Free download and final thoughts.
With those very important boundaries clearly drawn, let's bring the energy back up and debrief this mission. We've seen how powerful this tool is across all 3 security layers, so let's summarize the main takeaways. One of the absolute biggest things to note is how the tool handles your sensitive data. Along with its crazy speed, XLTOOL guarantees absolute data privacy. Why? Because it offers 100% local processing right on your system. Absolutely nothing is ever uploaded to external servers or the cloud. This offline safety means your sensitive corporate financial data stays exactly where it belongs, securely on your own machine.
And here is the best news for anyone sitting there currently locked out of their spreadsheets. This unified 3-in-1 safety net is totally free to download. Yeah, free. If you are dealing with forgotten file open passwords, locked sheets, or blocked VBA projects on your own authorized files, you can get XLTOOL right now and just solve the problem instantly, safely, and legally.
So, I'm going to leave you with this thought to ponder today. If you lose your password, who really holds the keys to your most critical data? It's a question that really forces us to evaluate our own digital safety nets. Knowing that tools like XLTOOL exist to help us recover our own hard work gives us incredible peace of mind, but it also serves as a strong reminder of the profound importance of data ownership. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today, focused learners. Stay curious, stay secure, and I'll catch you next time.